Hi, Grant.
Hi there. No,
Oh,
just kidding. We have a better connection now. Hi, everyone. Sorry. For those who watched our initial attempt at this, congratulations. You're the only ones who will ever see this, and I hope you downloaded it because otherwise, you're nobody else is seeing this. Us just cursing at our equipment and kind of talking about movies for 30 minutes, spending 20 of those minutes cursing at our equipment for being bitchy. So,
pretty much
um,
was.
we're gonna jump in because this guy's battery is almost half gone already because of the bullshit we just went through. So we're just gonna quickly do our honorable mentions again, but we're not. We're just going to list them. This is the best films, by the way, of 2026 so far. It's been a great year so far, as we said. Let's talk about some honorable mentions. Hunter, would you like to go first? Quickly.
Yes. The Iron Lung,
Okay.
Man- Mandalorian and Grogu, Epic, which is, which the Elvis Presley documentary,
Mm-hmm.
Murder Murder in the Dark, Ready or Not 2, Undertone, and of course, Peaky Blinders. What are your honorable mentions?
Well, my honorable mentions, once again, are the AI doc or How I Became an Apocalyptimist documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is Lying to You for Money, also documentary. People We Meet on Vacation, Hoppers, Undertone, Roommates, Crime 101, Boz Lerman's Epic, Elvis Presley in Concert, Forbidden Fruits, Over Your Dead Body, Mother Mary, Mr. Nobody Against Putin, Arco, I Live Here Now, All You Need Is Kill, Wuthering Heights, Scarlet, The Bride, Pizza Movie, and Stand Out the Ben Carr Story. And since we won't have time to do it later, I will quickly also list some festival favorites that you should check out. And those are from Sundance, Paralyzed by Hope, the Maria Bamford story. Check that out when you can. If I Go, Will They Miss Me? Check that out when you can. I think it's coming out in the fall. Carousel, and from Always Late Film Festival, One Night Only. Not to be confused with the Monica Barbero Callum Turner film One Night Only, which is coming out in August. This is a different film. It's like a $15,000 budget horror film, but it's really good. Anyway, that being said, we're doing our top 30. What is your number 30, Mr. Hewitt?
My number My number 30 was, and you gave, and prior to us going off the air because of tech problems, you gave me this movie just for it, but Young Washington.
Yeah, well, because it came out in July, and our policy is it has to be released between January and June, but that's fine. I'll give you that one. I'll give you. It was just close enough that I'll give it to you.
All right. What's your number 30?
No, talk about it. We can talk about our top
Oh,
30. It's just
yeah, Young Washington. Yes, so Young Washington is basically, it's a movie about George Washington and his faith in God when he was leading people into battle during the Revolutionary War. And I mean, to me, I thought the movie was just, from a historical standpoint, like the way that they shot all those battle sequences. I mean, some of the best battle sequences I've ever seen.
um okay. I enjoyed it. I had ended up seeing it twice because I was a test audience for it. It was fine.
Really?
Yeah, it was fine. I liked it. I'll say this. It was a better Andy Serkis Angel Studios movie than another film that we'll talk about next week. At least I
Oh
will.
God.
It's fine. I would say it's a matinee for me level movie, but I liked it. But I
But
enjoyed it.
real quick, how did you become a test audience for it?
Our theater gave out free invites. Well, here's the other thing. People may know this. I kind of know people at Angel Studios, so I've been a test audience for them before. I'm part of the guild, even a little kind of. So I get to see some of the screenings early anyway. Our theater happened to have it, and then they told us that on that day that it wasn't quite finished, and that though we weren't embargoed, that it was essentially almost done, but the special effects weren't quite done, and so essentially we were a test audience. And this was in May. We got to go see a free screening, like an invite free screening of it.
Well, I mean, well, Grant, if I was in your area, can you bring a friend or something or no?
You could. I actually brought my mom because she really wanted to see it. She's a big history buff, and she really likes George Washington. So I told her she could come with me. But yeah, you can have a +1 for these. I've only been to a few of them, but you can have a +1 for them.
And
But
they never
anyway, so that's
like they never
go ahead.
do like R-rated movies or anything, right?
Sometimes, but they usually have you'll get carded if you go. Like I was a test audience. Was this rated R? I don't know if this was rated R or not, but I was a test audience. Well, not a test audience. I just got a critic screening invite. It was finished. It was the week of release. It was before the embargo lifted. The movie Drop, was that rated R from last year? The woman who's at the on the dinner date and then like the killer is
Yes.
dropping her thing. That was rated R. Okay, then that's an R-rated one that I saw. No, and it was good. I took my sister to that one because she really wanted to see it, so we went to go see it. So that's your 30, Young Washington.
Yeah.
Is that your final answer? No, I'm just kidding. Well, you're in luck, dude. It made money, and we're getting a sequel. Apparently, they should
Are
have
you
gone with my
serious?
slightly older Washington idea. It's going to be called 1776. Much better now. Thank you, Quinn. Good to hear. Thank you so
Thanks.
much. I appreciate it. That's
You know they
really good
made
to
a
hear.
musical called 1776,
I know.
and it's
They
really
stole the
good.
title. Yeah, it is. So that's your number 30, Young
Yeah.
Washington? Okay, my number 30 may be the complete antithesis of Young Washington. Um, hey, you know what the true sign of male friendship is?
Hmm.
What's the
No.
ask me, Grant? What's the true sign of male friendship?
Grant, what is the true side of male friendship?
That you can kick each other in the nards as hard as you can and shove toy cars up your ass and still hug it out and laugh afterwards. In case you didn't guess yet, my number 30 is Jackass, best and last. And
Oh, that
and
is a good one.
okay, why is Jackass on my list? First and foremost, Jackass is something that society needs, and I'm sad to see them go. But secondly, I always have a thing about I put movies on my list on some level that also get an emotion out of me, and if you make me cry, you're halfway there. Jackass Best and Last made me cry. Yes, I said it. It made me cry. It also made me laugh till it hurt. Speaking of Joe, I saw this with Joe
I
and our buddy
saw it
Cody
in
and our
the
buddy
street.
Evan. You know what made the experience of watching this was even better was we kind of had a pre-show. There was a drunk guy who was walking by our row and he fell right into my pile of snacks on the way backwards onto the seat. And he felt so bad about it. I was like, "Oh, dude, it's
Was it
okay," because he
hilarious to
didn't like.
you?
Yeah, in the theater, he was walking in a row right before the trailers were starting, and he just tripped and fell on my because he was like whoa, wobbling drunk into the theater. This like frat boy. But he was like he was nice about it. Like he was like really apologetic, but it was just funny. It actually made the experience better. No, Jackass Best and Last. Okay, I know the argument. It's a clip show. It's a clip show. It's a victory lap. Who gives a fuck? They've earned it. They have earned it. They've been doing this for 26 years. Look, and they still do new stuff in this movie. And what I love about it is, if you're gonna do a critic pal of mine, Alonso Duralde, described as Jackass, that's entertainment. Basically, that's entertainment for the Jackass version. Which is what this is. I mean, it's literally like, remember when we did that bit? Shows the bit. Oh, yeah, that's hilarious. Okay. It's earned it. This movie made me laugh. I'm sorry, there's something about the classic thing of the little people bar fight and skits of that nature that are just always going to be funny. The
You
the
know,
the high five bit with the
Jackass.
big I
You know,
laughed my head off and I genuinely got choked up seeing Johnny Knoxville's face when he said, "Yeah, this is it." It was heartbreaking and you could see the sadness on his face. So as I said in my review before we move forward, good night and farewell, sweet jackasses. And for the love of God, Steve-O, stop punishing your anus. It's my number 30. Jackass Best and Last.
you know, one of the funniest things about Jackass is
Mhm.
is I don't know if it was the first one, but when one of the guys took a dump in in a toilet that wasn't working.
Oh yeah, in the store or whatever, in the Home Depot or whatever toilet. Yeah, They don't show that bit, but they I think they mention it, or it's in the I think it's in the end credits actually, the bloopers at the end. They show that actually.
That I laughed so I almost threw up, but then I just started laughing.
Also, the best post credit scene ever. I'll admit, in this one, I never threw up at Jackass. I got close in this one. There is a now infamous skit if you've seen this movie, where it's a new skit where they play Twister wearing plastic underwear after downing a whole bottle of laxatives. And
all right.
oh boy,
Here's my number 29.
yes,
Minions and Monsters.
it's an honorable mention to my honorable mentions. That was surprisingly awesome. Minions and Monsters.
Honestly,
It's also a July movie. Stop it, Hunter. You're breaking the rules again. It was another July movie.
Sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead. It's fine. There are no rules here. Really.
But Minions and Monsters. See, here's the thing about it, okay? Because I actually did a double bill because I saw that and Young Washington the same day.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, yeah, Minions and Monsters. I don't know how they pull these movies off, but they do a really, really good job with these.
And it's the best one, without a doubt.
Absolutely.
It's really good, actually. I never thought I'd see a Minions movie where they have an extended gag about Charlie Chaplin's modern times in a freaking Minions movie. A Buster Keaton joke in a Minion. I mean, that's really a Citizen Kane joke and a really funny fucking Citizen Kane joke, too. The Rosebud scene, the poo poo, like that part.
I love Citizen Kane. That is, that is probably one of my all-time favorite films.
I think, yeah, me too. I think it's everybody who loves movies one of their favorites because it's one of, if not the greatest films ever made.
Would you, hypothetically, I know you said you saw Goodfellas in 35 millimeter,
and it wasn't my first time, but I've first time I saw it theatrically, yeah.
But would you love to see Citizen Kane in 35 millimeter in a theater?
Fucking yes, I would. Abso-fucking-lutely. That the High Point, if you're listening, make that happen, please. But yeah, so Minions and Monsters. You know what? If we're gonna break the rules, fuck it. You know what's another honorable mention? I'm just gonna say I technically saw it in June, even though it comes out in July. Gail Daughtry and the Celebrity Sex Pass. It's in theaters now. That movie's fucking hilarious. Go see it.
Was fucking hilarious.
It's really funny. I'm still thinking about bits in that to this day after seeing it for like 2 weeks.
What's your number 29?
My number 29 again is the complete antithesis of Minions and Monsters. It is in 3D though. Number 29 is a concert film, and that would be the mouthful of a titled concert film. 29 is Billie Eilish, Hit Me Hard and Soft, the tour, live in 3D.
Here's my thoughts on it. See, look, I'm not big on Billie Eilish, but James Cameron directing a concert film?
Yeah.
That was something out of the ordinary.
This movie is like Stop Making Sense or Taylor Swift The Eras Tour, in the sense that you don't need to be a fan of this artist to appreciate this as a piece of filmmaking. I'm telling you right now, I like Billie Eilish a lot, but that's not why this movie's on my list. This movie's on my list because it is a really terrific and very thorough concert film. I saw this movie in Dolby 3D. It was 48 frames per second. These are a combination of things I usually hate. And yet, this is one of the best 3D movies I think I've ever seen in regards to its use of 3D to actually elevate the film. James Cameron directs the shit out of this. I think it's actually his best movie objectively since Titanic, and I don't even think that's hyperbole. I'm gonna say it. He directed it with Billie Eilish. She co-directed, and there is a moment, and it's not 3D in the sense of she's throwing glitter at the camera, but it's very like immersive, like you're really there 3D. And what's amazing about it, the 3D is so good. There's one point, 3 different occasions in this movie where they do a crowd shot, and the 3D is so good in the crowd shots that when a person started to walk in the audience, the 3D was so effective. I thought that person was in my audience, and I adjusted in my seat to let them get by.
Oh my god!
That's how good the fucking 3D in that movie was, in regards to immersing you into the experience. And it's The music's great, but also they have time to show Billie Eilish and kind of what she stands for. And if you're not a fan, I really believe you will be after checking this out because it's a really, really, really good movie. And unlike a lot of James Cameron movies, it's also not unnecessarily 4 hours long. So that's also a plus. So Billie Eilish, "Hit Me Hard and Soft" the tour live in 3D. It's my number 29. Go check
All
it out.
right. Well, my number 28. This is me being very creative. Okay, how does
Hmm.
this sound for number 28? 28 years later, The Bone Temple.
It's on my list, but I wasn't nearly as clever as you were in my placement. But yeah, go ahead. It's
I
a
love
great movie,
28 years later, and when it
but
came
this is
out
better.
last year, and when I heard that they were doing a trilogy of films, I'm thinking, okay, let's see what you got. And then Jack O'Connell, who was the villain in my second favorite film of last year, Sinners, is the
Hmm.
villain in this movie. And I found out that he had shot this movie before he did Sinners.
What an amazing actor he is. Just
Yeah.
this movie, I have to say, I love 28 Years Later. It made my list last year. This is better than the first 28 Years Later. This is a sequel, the rare sequel that improves upon the original. And we're going to talk about it more in the next one, but I'll just say I saw this movie twice within a week of each other because I also saw this in Utah with my uncle in D Box the second time. This movie is just, it's a perfect sequel. It's really great. But yeah,
It's
go ahead.
definitely up there with sequels like The Godfather Part 2,
I agree.
Top Gun Maverick, The Empire Strikes Back,
Toy Story 2. Toy Story 2.
and definitely Toy Story 3.
Yes. Let's just put it this way. Toy Story Toy Story might be mentioned again later. There's your hint. Those crazy kids.
We'll
We'll
see.
see. Good pick. Good pick. I love that movie also. It's also on my list. We'll get to it. But yeah,
What's your number
good.
28?
My number 28 is also a horror film. Hey, hey, Hunter.
Yes, Grant.
Are you scared, Hunter? You fucking should be. Hokum is my number 28.
That movie, it was this close from
It's
making
so
me
good.
seeing oh my gosh, what's his name?
Damian McCarthy is the director's name.
No, no,
Adam
the
Scott.
actor. Seeing
Adam
him
Scott.
play against type in movies that he normally would
Yeah,
do. I mean, this was interesting.
and here's the thing. Adam Scott. Well, if you've watched Severance, that is totally out of character for him, and it's a great show. But his character in this, I love the fact that this is a film that is not afraid to let its protagonist be a real dick, like a really unlikable character, but then to have him go into a situation that is genuinely frightening, but I almost hesitate to call it a full-on horror movie. It's almost like a really dark fairy tale. Like an Irish folk fairy tale. I think the people going into this thinking it's a jump scare fest are going to be the ones who don't like it because I think that the whole point of this movie is it's an atmospheric film and it's more about how the story is told than things that popping out of a corner and scaring you. It's more about psychology. And what I think is, and also the look of it. I mean, Damien McCarthy, he also did Oddity, which I saw a couple years back, which was also terrific. But this is even better. I just think this movie really, his style of kind of mixing Irish folk legend with horror, I really dig, and I loved Hokum. I thought this was a really good film. And again, Adam Scott, like, it's not been so far, I think, a spectacular year for male acting performances. A lot of good female acting performances this year, but not a lot of male. I think Adam Scott is up there. I think he's really that good. And yeah, number 28, Hokum, really good flick. Check it
All
out.
right. My number 27, I just thought this was just a charming movie. I'm not going to talk about it much, but The
Hmm.
Breadwinner.
I was also a test audience for The Breadwinner in Utah, and I saw that twice as well.
What'd
It's
you
I
think
like
of it?
it.
Good.
I liked it. I kind of look at it like I kind of describe it as how would you describe it? I'm like, I said like Cheaper by the Dozen with Steve Martin. I'm like, yeah. He goes, imagine that if he was a lot dumber and there were nine less kids. and that's kind of the breadwinner. But I liked it, and also they wasted Mandy Moore, which was my only major issue with it. Really, is that they needed more Mandy Moore in it.
Well, and here's the thing. I mean, yes, Patrick, indeed. Mandy Moore. See, I have a love-hate relationship with her. I thought she was wonderful on This Is Us. I didn't care for her in Princess Diaries. I didn't care.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, because take it back. She was a bitch in it.
Well, yeah, but she did a good job. I like Chasing Liberty. I know that one gets a lot of hate, but maybe it was a childhood attachment. I liked that movie a lot when I saw it as a kid with my sisters, and I really liked that movie a lot. I liked it more than I thought I would. I also liked Southland Tales. I know I'm one of those guys.
I haven't seen that one.
Well, we were gonna talk about The Rock next week if it came out in June, but I guess I'll talk about it now. That's one of the best Rock performances. Listen, like like you want me to commit suicide? I'm a pimp, and pimps don't commit suicide. Wink. Just that's when Dwayne Johnson is giving a shit, and I love it.
Anyway. All right, and here's my number 26. Okay.
Well, I didn't did my 27 yet, though.
Oh, I
haven't done my 27. No, you did the breadwinner. Now my 27, buddy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. But no, I liked the breadwinner. It was all right. I liked it better than most people did. Because I also really like Nate Bargatze. I don't know what he was doing at whatever the UFC thing, but otherwise I kind of like him. Number 27, again, the total antithesis of the breadwinner. But it also has an underrated actress in it, and that would be, hey, Hunter.
Yes, Grant.
Something I gotta say to you. Ha! Fuck you, Bradley! Send help. Send Help is my number 27. The great Sam Raimi returns to horror once again, and it's glorious. Rachel McAdams. This is a career best performance in a career of pretty solid performances. You've never seen her like this before. She's incredible in this. And Dylan O'Brien is also quite good. This is a really effective blending of horror, but it's more just gore fest. Let me put it to you this way. This is the highest compliment. I saw this in Utah pretty much with my entire extended family. My aunt is a agoraphobe, and she hates horror films with a passion. She begrudgingly agreed to go because everyone else did. She was in the car, and of the people, she said, I loved that movie.
No,
and she doesn't like that kind of thing ever. She loved it. She said, I loved it. I loved Rachel McAdams' character. I loved where the plot was going. She says, I didn't even mind the parts that made me squeamish because I just love this movie so much. I'm like, oh, Aunt Nina, let's go. Hell yeah. I was like, I agree.
Did your aunt see Sinners?
No, she did see Sinners. She'll put up with it if it's something that's legitimately good. Like she'll watch I think I think she saw Sinners. She saw Marty Supreme and she said, I don't know. Her kids liked it more than she did. I love that movie. We talked about it. That was on my list last year. But yeah, Send Help, really, really good. Check it out. I'm glad it made more money than Melania opening week. That made me smile.
You hate that movie with a passion, don't you?
We will be talking about it next week. Hail to the king, baby! Hell yeah, Quinn! Yeah, baby!
All right, we gotta keep rolling.
Oh wait, hold on. Quick comment. Hokum has one of the best side characters. Which one? Just curious, because there's a lot of them.
All right,
go ahead. Number 26.
Voicemails from Isabel.
This is on my list. I haven't watched it, but I've heard good things. This is the other Zoe Deutsch movie this summer. She's in 3 movies this summer, right?
Yeah.
She's great.
And Daisy Ridley's in it too.
Daisy Ridley's in it?
Oh, I get her and Zoe Deutsch mixed up.
Yeah, because Zoe Deutsch is also in Gail Daughtry and Minions. That's like they're all came out at the same time.
Yeah, like I said, I get her and Daisy Ridley mixed up.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, that's my number 26.
Well, what did you like about it? Remember, you can talk a little bit about it.
It's a heartwarming story.
Okay, I'll check it out. It's on my I watch listed. I haven't checked it out yet, but I'll check it out. Oh, Jerry. Yeah, I agree.
Yes.
All right. My number 26. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Number 26 is another documentary. That would be with also a mouthful of a title. My number 26 is Earth, Wind, and Fire, parentheses, To Be Celestial versus That's the Weight of the World, close parentheses.
Oh, I absolutely adored it.
This is okay. Questlove. Can we just let Questlove make every music documentary till the end of time? This man is so good at this. Summer of Soul is the best, maybe the best music documentary I've ever seen. He's all of his films have been good. Sly Lives was really good. The SNL one was really good. This is his best film since Summer of Soul. This was a really I knew about Earth, Wind, and Fire, not much, but I knew this movie. You talk about editing, talking heads, archival footage, visuals, and music with perfect harmony. I mean, this movie just the energy of this movie. It is a all of 2 hour movie that flies by because it's such a great story. And the talking heads, including Barack and Michelle Obama, are in this like a lot. Like the former, yeah, like they talk. They're in this movie, which is a crazy get. You got like her in this movie. Her. You got like oh God, who else? Bunch of legendary, iconic musicians, and they're talking about this group. And what I love about it is it's a warts and all movie. It calls to the carpet like the behavior of the lead singer. It acknowledges the impact it had on black music and music in particular, but also says, look, these also were men who were deep, at least in the case of the lead singer, really, really flawed people. And again, just the fusion of music and the visuals and the talking heads, it's electrifying. It's as energized as one of their songs. I love this flick. So yeah, it's on HBO Max. Check it out. Earth, Wind, and Fire, the documentary Earth, Wind, and Fire. Check it out. It's my number 26 by
My
Questlove.
my number 25 is this.
Mhm.
Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie.
It's only 25. It's that low. Why? We'll talk about it later. It's on my list too, but much higher. It's
Dude,
number 25.
it's just I tried so hard to get
I know. It's
to
hard.
get to get granted they made that on a shoestring budget, which I commend them for that.
Isn't it just an amazing filmmaking feat, that movie?
It is.
It's incredible. It shouldn't exist, honestly, but it does, and it works at the same time that it's amazing that it exists. Um, but yeah, I agree. It's also far and away one of the funniest movies of the decade. That movie,
it's absolutely
it is.
hysterical.
It's
Believe me, I wanted to rank it higher, but I couldn't because of what else
yeah.
there was.
Well, okay, we will talk about it way later on my list, so keep that in mind. So that's your anything else on Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie? I love the title too.
I'm gonna wait until because I had to switch 25 and 24 because the more I thought about it. But my number 24 will actually be my what was originally going to be my 25, but
okay, well, I still got to do my 25 though.
Right, go ahead.
Okay. Hey Hunter, I have 3 things to tell you.
Number 1?
No, I was going to say I have some advice for you for this stream and all streams going forward.
Go ahead.
Some motivation. Good luck. Have fun. Don't die. Number 25
is on my list. That's right up there.
This movie is the perfect example of what I like to call an everlasting gobstopper movie. Every layer of it gets weirder and better and more creative and more inventive. This is a 2.5 hour movie that feels like it's over in an hour. This movie is paced so perfectly. It's hilarious throughout. It's actually kind of heartwarming. It's really kind of scary at parts. It's genuinely exciting at other parts. It's genuinely weird and fucked up at other parts. Sam Rockwell is just Sam Rockwelling the fuck out of this movie and is great in it. I also quite like.
Make it for much.
They didn't make it for much, and also here's the other thing, and I'm glad that even though it didn't make a lot of money, it is getting an audience and a bit of a cult following, and that makes me happy because I'm going to say this unironically. I think Gore Verbinski is one of the most underrated directors in movie history.
And you
I pretty
mentioned
much have loved all his movies, even the ones that
my,
people hate.
one of my all-time favorite movies of his. You probably remember this movie, seen this movie in theaters as a child, but Mouse Hunt.
I saw that movie theatrically when I was 4 years old. I think I was too young to see it. I have to tell you this. I fucking love Mouse Hunt. Mouse Hunt is one of my favorite comedies of all time. I love
Nathan
that movie.
Lane,
I
you know,
can watch it today.
Nathan Lane and Lee Evans are just absolutely hysterical in this movie.
That has one of the best opening slapstick gags I've ever seen in a comedy ever. With the where they're taking the dad's casket down the thing, and he comes the
Yes.
and this that whole the way it's choreographed. And Gore Verbinski, like, I also loved The Lone Ranger. Yeah, I said it. Army Hammer notwithstanding, I love
I
that
thought
movie.
Lone Ranger was a good movie.
It's not. It's underappreciated. I like his pirates movies. Rango is one of my favorite animated films ever. I
Rango
love
is a
that movie.
classic.
And you know what else? I like To Cure for Wellness. I think that movie doesn't get enough
I
love
have
either.
not seen that.
Oh, it's really good. It's not what you think it is, but it's a trip, but it's good. But this movie, I think, might be up there with Mouse Hunt and Rango among his best work. This is truly one of the most inventive films I've seen in a really long time in regards to just how much is in it and how much they have to balance tonally with it and just how funny it is. I mean, I'm sorry. Just the idea of a guy who looks like a homeless man strapped to a bomb who claims that he's a time traveler going into a diner saying, I need your help to save mankind. That idea in and of itself is funny. And the way they build that idea and keep it going and shifting and changing, you never know where this movie's going to go. It's one of the most unpredictable movies of the year. And it's just delightful, and it's also kind of an anthology. It almost kind of turns into like if they made a Black Mirror movie, because there's like each they keep backtracking, they give backstories to each of the characters that he recruits, and each one of them is almost its own self-contained short film that kind
Mm.
of feeds into the larger narrative but also stands on its own. I love this movie. I think it's really great. It's my number 25. Good luck, have fun, don't die. Check it out. It's
All
really
right.
good. It's underrated.
My number 24 is Crime 101.
Awesome. Glad it made yours.
The reason, I mean, Halle Berry has not been this good in a very long time, and neither has Chris Hemsworth. Besides playing Thor,
And
and
Rush is really good. Also,
I have not seen Rush.
it's really good. Check it out. I highly recommend it.
I know it's him and Daniel Bruhl, and I know Ron Howard directed it. That's all
It's
I
one of
know.
Ron Howard's best and most underrated movies, honestly, as a director.
You know, it came out in theaters at the same time as Lee Daniels' The Butler.
Oh, yeah, that movie. That was all right. I remember seeing that movie. That was the one with Forrest Whitaker, right? Or like,
Right,
yeah,
which he should have been nominated for an
he
Oscar.
was. Well, he's always good. He's always good. Um. So yeah. So that's Crime 101. Anything else to add on Crime 101 or?
Just the cast in general was just spectacular all around. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so my number 24. No, that's exactly what I would say. It's a fantastic dad movie. That is exactly what I would say. Also, real quick, one more thing I want to say about Crime 101 because it didn't make my list, but it made my honorable mentions. The Steve McQueen conversation in the car, where
Yes.
they've caught each other. The like, I prefer Bullet because of the chases. He goes, I like the Thomas Crown Affair. Like that. Oh, it seems great. I love it. Anyway, it's so close to making my list. Like it was such a hard cut. I loved that movie. That was also on like that one weekend in February. Like that also Good Luck Have Fun Don't Die came out, where like all the movies pretty much were great, and also Nirvana came out. Like it was like, but anyway, number 24. Well, I'm gonna do a what do you get? What do you get when you cross two of the best actors who also have two other movies this year in the least romantic comedy you could possibly imagine? You get my number 24, The Drama. This
Oh my
you
god.
forgot, didn't you, to put it on your list, didn't you?
Dude, while we're on this, that was my next one.
You want to kill two birds? Your 24, my 24, and your 23 is the drama. Okay. Wow, this movie.
This movie was
It's so good.
bonkers. I
Bonkers
mean,
and fucked up in the best way, and like thoughtfully so. Like,
and here's the thing, and I'm gonna also add, I mean, the facial expressions on people's faces.
yay, Quinn.
Yeah,
Sorry.
when Zendaya is saying all these horrendous stuff, like, I mean, people are like, "What the fuck?"
It's so thought provoking and in its own quiet way transgressive for a wide release movie to like really engage with this. And the other thing is, it also says Zendaya's great in it, and Zendaya's always great. But I want to shout out again. I even though he's proven himself for the last decade plus to be a great actor, they can't stop thinking about the goddamn sparkles. Robert fucking Pattinson is such a
He,
great actor, and
listen to
he's
this.
so good in this movie.
Oh, just wait till you see him in the Odyssey. Just
I
wait.
I literally, yeah, the Odyssey. I'm seeing it Thursday. I cannot fucking wait. I'm seeing it twice this weekend. I can't wait.
Dude, I'm
Christopher
telling
Nolan
you,
never misses, man. Never misses. Daddy.
all I'm gonna say is, without getting into specifics, is he is pure evil.
Oh yeah. Well, I know the story. His
Odyssey.
character is like the villain, the main antagonist, really, of that story when it comes to human beings in that story. So yeah, and he's perfect for that. Yeah, he's. It makes so much sense that his first movie with Tom Holland, Since the Devil All the Time, is another movie where they're both trying to kill each other. Where he was also fantastic. He's been great for so long, guys. Give him a shot. But anyway, yeah, the drama, it's so thought provoking. And again, without telling you what the thing is, because you should see it for yourself. A lot of people have already in reviews, and I find that to be bullshit. Um, Man, it's a challenging topic to do in a comedy. And just to do it in this way and to do it in a way that actually wants to engage with it, actually has some idea about human nature and the idea of like, what if your person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with almost does something. She doesn't even do it. She almost does something horrible and tragic. Can you go back? What are the limits of love? What are the limits of loving this person you claim to want to spend the rest of your life with? I thought it was really, really terrific. It came out the same weekend as the drama, or as Mario rather. And this movie, it's like this. It doesn't even deserve to share this theater space as the drama. It's my number 24, and your number 23. So my number 23, I guess, because you already did yours. Because you already did yours, so I might as well just do mine. It was the drama for both of us. So number 23 for me. Yes. Okay. Here's the argument. It played for 2 days in one theater in New York. It doesn't matter. Its limited release was in February. My number 23 is Sarat. This
That was
uh,
not an easy movie to watch.
that moment, I'll say this again without spoiling it. That moment, like halfway through this movie, if your guts are not hanging on the floor and your mouth is not also hanging where your guts are, you're not human. That is so
Dude, I was
shocking.
weeping during that movie.
Weeping, but also horrified. Like it's because it's they don't show you anything that happened, but you know it happened. You can picture it. It's like one of those things where it's such a sudden thing, and it breaks the rules of what you're supposed to do. It makes sense that this is a Spanish movie, not an American movie. Because this is an American movie, they would not release it because of these elements. Because it's like the two things you are never allowed to do in a movie, and they do it to these two types of characters you're not supposed to do this to in a movie, and it's just in the most horrific way. And it's so. But then from there, what's amazing about the movie is the movie earns it. Like when it goes forward, it continues to it lingers and it carries over through the rest of the movie, and it's such a well made movie. You can practically feel the desert. It's like one of those movies where you can practically taste the air when you watch it. Like it's so visually stunning. The director is
Well,
a fella named Olivier Lax, I believe. Amazing movie. Great sound design and soundtrack also on that
all
one.
right. Well,
Number 23, Sarat.
my number 22 is, I don't know if you've seen this movie, but Remarkably Bright Creatures with Sally Field.
It's also on my list. I have not checked it out yet, but I love Sally Field, so I'll probably watch it
It's
eventually.
it's, it's a movie about that deals with underwater creatures and
Is it
truly
based on My Octopus Teacher? My mom actually was wondering that, and I
yes,
said I
it
didn't know.
is. It
Oh, okay, 'cause
is.
she loves that movie, so she wants to watch it for that reason. So I'll tell her.
If your mother loved my octopus teacher, oh, then she's gonna
Mhm.
love this.
Awesome, but she also likes Sally Field. Who does? Sally Field's a national fucking treasure. Who doesn't
I
love
don't
Sally
think she's
Field?
ever made a bad movie.
Mm, And even when she's been in a bad movie, she's never been bad in it. She's one of those actresses. Like Smokey and the Bandit 2 is not that great, but she's good.
Well, did you know this? I mean, she has never played a truly corrupt, evil villain.
Right.
I want her before she passes on to play against type just once.
Yeah.
I think she
That
can do it.
How good is Sally Field? She made me cry in fucking 80 for Brady. That's how good she is. That movie's not a cry-worthy movie, but that scene where she finally like comes out of her shell and does the hot weed eating contest, I'm like, yeah, you go, Sally Field. She's so cute. I love
All
her.
right, bud. We're gonna need to speed things up a little bit because
Oh
my
yeah.
thing.
How far has it dropped?
About 38.
God. Okay, my number 22. So your number 22 is Remarkably Bright Creatures. Just to clarify.
Right.
My number 22 is the best video game movie ever. I know that might be damning with faint praise, but here we go. Exit 8 is my number 22. This is
I
a
thought you were about
Japanese
ready to
film.
say.
Go ahead.
I thought you were about ready to say. Masters of the Universe.
Master of the Universe isn't a video. Master of the Universe was a ton of fun, but it's not a video game movie. It's not on my list either.
Duh, that was a
It's based on a
duh.
toy and a cartoon and a comic book. But no, Exit 8 is a Japanese film. It got a wide release in the US, though. I mean, it did well enough, I guess it can, that it got. It didn't matter. It didn't make any money here, which is a bummer. But Exit 8, it's really good. It's kind of it's a liminal horror film that kind of isn't a horror film. It's PG-13. It's more about mood. It's so good that I downloaded the game and played it in an hour. I finished it. It's basically like, do you remember those I Spy books from when we were a kid?
Oh yeah.
Imagine I Spy on steroids, and the setting was a subway tunnel from hell that you can't escape from, like a subway platform. And that's this movie. The whole thing pretty much is in a subway platform, as this guy basically has to he basically starts out as a coward, and he has to like learn to grow by basically avoiding strange anomalies and escaping through the last exit to go to get out of the station. And it's really creepy, but it's also really charming and really kind of thoughtful again in its theme of like learning to accept responsibility and be a better man. I loved Exit 8. I love the movie, and I also love the game. So check both of them out. It's my number 22.
All
Exit 8
right.
rules. I agree, Quinn. 100%.
My number 21. I don't know if you saw this film, but the Pout Pout Fish.
I That's on your list? I mean, I saw it. It's not bad, but it's on your major list. Wow. Yeah, I saw the Valve.
I was surprised at how
It
good
was
it
better than
was.
I thought it would be, honestly. But it wasn't. I
Uh-huh.
didn't. For a Finding Nemo knockoff, it's one of the better ones because at least it has Nick Offerman in it.
That's the only reason why I watched the dang film was because of Nick Offerman.
I saw it at a surprise screening. That's why I ended up watching it.
I bet you were thinking at first when you thought that was a surprise screen, you're like, yay.
No, it was all right. It was better than I thought it would be.
What's your number 21?
Oh, that's it. Okay. Well, weirdly enough, my number 21 is a family film as well. It is, Hunter. A lot of family films, compared to this, look very bad. The Sheep Detectives is my number 21. I know it should be higher. It was much higher before, but that does not change the fact that this is another movie that made me cry like a faucet in the last 5 minutes. I love this
Dude,
movie.
I'm getting
This is
emotional even
Babe for the
thinking
new
about it.
generation. This is the Babe for the new generation. I don't say that lightly. It's that good. It's like
Dude,
this decade's Paddington 2. I'm not even kidding you. Oh, you're actually crying. Holy shit.
Dude, I absolutely adored.
It
I'm
is.
sorry, dude.
I know. It is. He's a cloud now. It's so good. It's so good. It's my number 3. Yay, Quinn. You know what I love about this movie? It's so undeniably good that even the hardest, most cynical people I know said, "Oh yeah, but that Sheep Detectives was fucking great." It is. It's so
Dude, it is so. Oh my
lovely
god,
movie. I
dude,
love that movie.
it is so emotional. Like, I
Yeah,
don't think I have. Like I said, I don't mean to get emotional, but dude, that movie,
it messed
that
me up for a couple days after watching that ending. I kept thinking about it. I cry thinking about that ending. I do. It is and it's such a thoughtful movie, and it's weird because I saw it early. I saw it the same weekend I saw another movie about talking animals who live on a farm. But unlike
oh,
that nonsense, which we'll get to next week, this one also is a much better movie that deals with prejudice.
dude,
It's not on
I
your list. It's not on
Animal
your
Farm is
list.
on my list. I'm just fucking kidding you. It's not on
I
my
was
list.
about I was about to take your 2 weeks, young man. That's unforgivable if that's on your best of list. I'm gonna be real about it. That's like somebody saying Melania's on my best of list. Like, you get out of my stream right now. No,
Dude,
I'm kidding.
but no, I hated Animal Farm. Oh my god, I can't wait to.
Good, you're a sentient life form with taste. Thank God.
Anyways, all right. So we got
But
to
yeah,
see.
number 21, The Sheep Detectives. It's now officially on
Hold on,
Prime. Watch it. It's lovely.
hold on. I want snack. Are you bringing it down now? Oh, okay. But Nick, do you find out if Eric wants snack? Yeah, we're gonna have. Dude, I hate to do this, but listen, I'm gonna need to speed through things here soon because once my group home when they get because once my group home bring down snack, I have to wrap this up.
Okay.
So I what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna real let me see. Mine I'm gonna try to do as quickly as I can.
Okay. Do you want to? How about this? Do you want to just do the rest of yours quickly, and then I'll do it the rest of mine solo, and then we'll pick it up next week.
Yeah, is that okay? If you don't
Dude, that's
mind.
fine. If you need to do what you got to do. We could just gotta, I mean,
All
yeah, kind of.
right, all right. Number 20
All right.
is was in the gray.
Yeah, it was all right. I liked it.
All
That's
right,
the Guy Ritchie one, right?
correct.
Okay.
All right, number 19, send help.
All right. Cool.
No, I absolutely like I said because I adored this movie to pieces because like I said, Sam Raimi's back at doing horror films, and I mean this is Sam Raimi. I mean, truth be told, if
Mhm.
they could do a mid year Oscars, this would be a movie I would nominate for Best Picture.
Well, they kind of did. It was the mid-year Astras, and I think Rachel McAdams got nominated for actress for it, which is great.
All
Um,
right, all right. Number of 18. Now, this movie came out in theaters in a limited release, like right around Christmas, but did not get a wide release until a few months ago, called 31 Candles.
oh, I haven't heard of this one.
It's about a man. It's about a Jewish boy who's 31 who decides to have his bar mitzvah, and
Oh, that's a neat
he
idea.
has to go through a lot of deal with families and family and stuff. But one of the reasons that I like this movie so much is there's this Broadway actress named Talia Scour. She's was in Wicked on Broadway and on tour, and she plays one of the family members in it. And truth be told, I kind of have a Broadway celebrity crush on her, but that's just me.
I'm looking it up right now. I've never at all heard of this movie. I haven't even heard a whisper about it.
It's a It's a charming little movie.
It has a 100 on Rotten Tomatoes. Dang. Yeah, I'll have to check this one out.
It's a perfect movie. I mean, it's very family friendly, very clean,
Nice.
very All right, let me go to my number my 17. And I'm sorry that we're having to rush through this because we had tech problems, which is a bunch of shit.
Yeah. It would have been done a lot sooner. We would have been done probably by now if we didn't have those issues.
We
That
would
was
have been
me.
done by now if.
Probably. Yeah.
All right. Let me see. What number was I on? 18. All right, hold on. Here, let
17
me
is your next,
see.
I believe.
17. This was a movie that I saw that you loved. Power Ballad.
It's also on my list. We'll get to that. Actually, pretty close to yours. We'll get to it when we talk. I go to my solo remainder? But yeah, great movie, great song too. People aren't giving that enough credit. Oh,
and this is my next one.
All right.
What do you call a movie with Anne Hathaway who plays a pop singer who might?
Oh,
Mother Mary.
Mother.
God, honestly, Anne Hathaway. I mean, like I said, she's hot as hell.
That's true.
I mean, look, like I said, she's known for playing lighthearted, empathetic, and characters with maternal warmth. That's
not this time. Not in this movie.
She plays against type for what she normally does.
And she kills it. She's really good.
All right, number 15.
Yeah.
What do you call a movie where Dwight Eisenhower has 72 hours before D-Day commences?
Yay! Okay, it's not on my list, but I'm glad you're bringing it up. It's an honorable mention to my honorable mentions, but it's really good. I agree.
Pressure was utterly phenomenal.
I just about loved that movie. I liked it a whole lot.
All right, number 14. What do you call a movie where a guy where you're given these three things? Good luck.
Yay!
And don't die. Dude, I had so much fun with that film. And oh my gosh. I was just like, wow, I laughed and I saw it just recently. Like
endlessly inventive, right? I mean, just endlessly new things, new surprises in that one.
All right. Here's my number 13. What do you get when you have a movie directed by a 21-year-old?
It's also on my list. Yeah, I know exactly what you're going to say.
Backrooms. I absolutely take a 21-year-old directing a theatrical
baby
film
basically.
That was made with Chiwetel Ejiofor and Renata Reinsfeld.
Renata Reinsfeld, who both of whom are terrific in it, by the way, and who are both terrific actors.
Renata has a movie coming out later this year called
Fjord. I've heard a lot of good things. It's on my can't wait. It's her and Sebastian Stan again, teaming up again.
I got to see a screener of it about a month and a half ago.
Am I correct that didn't it win the Palme d'Or, or was it nominated for it? I can't wait. Those almost always are good. Almost always. Yeah. Backroom. We'll talk about Backrooms very soon on mine.
All right. Number 12. What do you get when you have a movie that's set in one room with some of the most talented people and it was an A24 film?
Please tell me you're going to say what I think you're going to say, because it's also very even higher on my list.
What do you think it is if I tell you?
Let me give you a hint. Are you inviting me to say so?
Yes.
So tell the people what it is, in case they don't know.
The Invite is a movie that is set in one room where they all
Yes.
have like a casual conversation with each other. One of the best movies of the year.
Also, the best performance of Seth Rogen's entire career,
I
film
think he
wise.
deserves an Oscar nomination.
I
would think Edward
thank
Norton might
you.
even get.
Yes, I agree.
I even think Edward Norton might even get nominated.
Shut the fuck up, Hawk. Every time they said that in this movie, it made me laugh so hard. Shut the fuck up, Hawk.
All right, my number 11.
Penelope Cruz also sexy and amazing in this movie.
And here's, anyways.
Yeah.
My number 11 is Masters of the Universe.
Woo! It's an honorable mention to the honorable mentions. I also loved it.
The problem I had was there was a couple of things that I think they could have just cut for timing wise.
Yeah, it was a bit too long, especially in the middle. That was my biggest issue.
But I'm not going to go into the details of that. But
that's another. It's not on my list, but yay, we get to talk about it. It's on yours.
All right.
One quick honorable mention before you get to number 10 about Masters of the Universe. I hate to say this because I don't care for the man. Jared Leto is unironically great as Skeletor in that movie.
I agree. I mean, look, I heard that Jared Leto is a whiny bitch in real life.
Oh, he's a dick. My brother met him. He's a dick. I can tell you from actual testimony that he's a massive tool.
Well,
yeah,
here's the thing. He's a method actor, so you don't get to call him Jared on set.
Yeah. Didn't Will Smith say, I never met Jared, he was only the Joker to me? Because he, on Suicide Squad, didn't he, say that? I was working with Jared Leto. I never met Jared Leto. He was never not the Joker. But anyway, you're number 10. Good sir.
I'm about to get emotional, but The Sheep Detectives.
Yay!
It was like you said, it's just a charming little movie. It's basically Knives Out, but with sheeps.
It's Knives Out. Somebody in one of the blurbs said it's like if Knives Out and Babe had a baby. I agree, and it's as good as both those movies.
Dude, I cannot wait to talk about this movie again at the in the winter.
It's a family movie that gives family movies a good name, and it's been a while.
Do you think it just? There's no way it's going to get nominated for Best Picture, but do you think it deserves it though?
You say that, but let's forget Babe was nominated for Best Picture. It maybe if it stays in the conversation, it could, but yeah, I don't think it. I would be very happy if it did. I don't think it will. Sadly, I think that's a pretty long shot. But I'm happy. But I'd be happy about it. I loved it.
All right, here's my number 9.
Number 9
are going to agree with
number
me on
9.
This. What do you call when you make a horror movie, for less than $1 million?
That's your number 9? That's only your number 9?
Yes.
No, don't do that! I thought we were having a nice stream! Why does it matter? Yeah, I know exactly what you're gonna say.
Obsession.
Number 9.
Obsession.
It's so good, right? I've seen it 4 times. I think it might actually. I've seen it 4 times in theaters.
Do you think
Dude, so here's the thing that's funny about it. The first time I saw it, each time I saw it with a different person. I got to go to it a couple days early before the release with my buddy Bill, and we're walking out, and he said, I said, man, she deserves an Oscar nomination. It's never going to happen because it's a horror film released early in the year. And he said, you really don't think so? I'm like, dude, there's no chance. There's a chance because
Michael B.
honestly, the rhetoric is that she pretty much is guaranteed to be nominated at this point, and I really hope so because she's fantastic. I think Best Picture. I think Picture is a possibility. I would say more Best Actress and Best Screenplay. I think would be more. I would say for sure.
All right. Well,
everybody has their thing. They're both good. He says Backrooms is better than Obsession.
But my number 8. What do you get when you have toys reunite for a 5th outing? But
yay!
At first,
You get a fucking miracle because I don't know how the fuck they keep pulling this shit off, but you're absolutely right.
I don't
No,
know how they. But anyways, all right. Here's my number 7.
well, no, tell the people what number 8 is in case they don't know or they've been living under a rock. What's number 8? You didn't say the
All right.
title. Yeah.
Well, Toy Story 5.
Yes. You got to say the title. You see, that's how we do lists. We give the
All right.
title.
All right. Well, all right. My number 7 is this. Say, Miranda, it's so nice to see you.
Yay! It's not on my list,
Yep.
but I'm happy.
The Devil Wears Prada 2.
It's so good. It's so good, and it actually justifies being a sequel. It's not just a rehash of the first one. It actually deals with the time that's passed in a thoughtful manner. It's really good. I like it a lot.
All right. Number 6. What do you call a movie where Jessie Buckley just won an Oscar but filmed it before she actually won, before she did hit?
You get a movie that's been unfairly put on too many worst of the year so far lists, and I think I know exactly what it is because I also love this movie. It was an honorable mention.
The Bride.
The Bride! Yes, I agree. Here comes the motherfucking bride.
All right. Now listen to this. My 5 through 1 is going to blow your minds. Oh, your minds.
You're gonna crap so loud when you hear it. Yeah, go ahead.
We ready?
Number 5, yes. Number 5.
It's a movie. What do you get what do you get when you see a movie starring Robert Armayo about a guy that has Tourette syndrome?
It's even higher. I'll tell you a movie even higher on my list, and I agree. And it's not getting nearly enough play in the U.S., and that's a shame because it's really good. Number 5.
It's I Swear.
God, Spunk for Milk. That's all you need to know. So good.
All right, number 4. Hoppers.
That's your number. Wow, higher than Toy Story 5. Okay.
Number 3 is going to shock you. Okay, these 3, 2, and 1 are just gonna. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?"
Okay.
All right. What do you call with Emily Blunt that stars in a new Spielberg movie that has a former news reporter that becomes an actress?
I'll tell you what. Yeah, I do. It's another movie that is not quite as high as on your list, but it is also on the high on my list, and that would be
Disclosure Day.
Can we give Courtney Grace a Best Supporting Actress nomination, please? I know she's only in the movie for like 3 minutes, but she's really good as the reporter. And also Emily Blunt, one of her best performances. But seriously, that Courtney Grace is that actress. She killed it. Talk about putting a lot of responsibility on essentially a glorified extra and having that person just really kill it.
All right. My number 2. This was actually my number 1 early in the year when we did our best of, but my number 2 is Project Hail Mary.
It's also on my list. I agree. It's very good.
Now, my number 1 is going to shock the hell out of you. Okay?
I have a feeling it's on my list too, and I hope it made your list at all, because if it didn't, I will be very sad. What's your number 1?
What do you think it is, and I'll tell you.
Can I give a hint without saying it?
Go ahead.
You ain't shit, devil!
Nope.
God damn it, it didn't make your list, damn it. I thought you liked it. I thought you told me you liked it. Oh, wait. Oh, can I give another hint?
Yeah.
Hee hee!
Yes.
That's another case of it's not on my list, but yay, because I also liked it. Say what it is to people.
Michael was such like I said, the whole movie I was just grinning.
Yes, Quinn, thank you. That is the correct answer.
Mike and Jafar.
That is the correct answer.
I don't know if you agree, but Jafar Jackson, oh, I think he deserves an Oscar nomination.
Yes, I do too. He's very good. The movie's not perfect. I don't agree that it's number one, but it's number one on your list, and that's fine. I liked it a lot. I liked it better than I thought I would. I feel like, and I know they're gonna do a second one. I can't really get as excited about it as everybody else until I see the second part because it still feels like half a story. But I
Well,
still really liked it.
well, Grant, I gotta before I head out.
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to say, dude, thanks for having me as
Always,
always.
bro.
And listen, we next week when we do
The
the
worst. It's a
worst,
shorter list too. It's only 20, not 30, at least on my end.
dude. I only have 20 as well, but I'll tell you what, we're gonna have fun
It's
bashing
gonna.
movies.
If you guys have ever watched bad movie roasts on Double Toast, this is gonna be like 20 short bad movie roasts in one because we're gonna rip ass. All my top 20, I gave a 0 to. A spoiler alert, by the way, I want to make before you go a quick statement. First and foremost, I hope you'll watch my top 20, the rest of this later on in the replay.
Oh,
Because you don't know my
absolutely.
list. I want you to know the rest of my list. But the other thing I'll say is I have I have not watched Citizen Vigilante, so it will not be on my worst of list. However, I'm refusing to watch it until it doesn't cost money to watch it. I will wait till it's free because it has Army Hammer in it and it's Uwe Boll. And so I therefore feel I need to watch it out of morbid curiosity. I hear it's atrocious. I'm going to probably watch it if it's whenever it's free on stream. I'm not paying any money to Army Hammer. But I am
Well,
morbidly curious.
but yeah, I've lost respect for that fuckhead anyway.
He
So
used to be such a good actor, and now he's playing, I guess, a racist, hitman in a freaking Uwe Boll movie. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
uh,
Call me by
uh,
your name.
all right, bud. Well,
All right.
listen.
Take
Um,
care.
I will, and as always, and next time, hopefully, we will not have technical issues.
We won't, because I'll do it on my phone, because that's worked wonders, because we have not had a single blip since we've done this version. So that's what we'll do. It'll go a
All
lot
right,
smoother.
guys. Well,
But
take care
anyway,
now. See you. Bye bye.
take care. And he'll take care. I'm sticking around, but to finish out my list. So we're going solo cam now. Picking up where we left off, for those who need a quick refresher, I'll just go through the list just for those who missed it. 30 was Jackass Best and Last. 29 was Billie Eilish Hit Me Hard and Soft the Tour live in 3D. 28 was Hokum. 27 Send Help. 26, Earth, Wind, and Fire, To Be Celestial versus That's the Weight of the World. 25 was Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. 24, The Drama. 23, Serat. Number 22, Exit 8. Number 21, The Sheep Detectives. Now we go to number 20, Mile End Kicks. This is the second feature, the second of two features this year, so the second and a third, one of which was an honorable mention, Roommates, by Chandler Levac, who Canadian director who also did I Like Movies from 2024, which I loved. And this is her sophomore effort. It is about a young woman who wants to be a music journalist. It's her coming of age journey. She goes to Montreal to write a 30 for 30 book about the singer Alanis Morissette and her album Jagged Little Pill. But along the way, ends up in a love triangle with these two boys in a garage band, one of whom is played by Devin Bostick, aka Roderick Heffley from Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Barbie Ferreira shines in this movie. She's terrific. Yeah, it didn't play in theaters. It played in a semi-medium release, but it kind of came and went from U.S. theaters. I lucky enough to catch it before it did. I saw it the same day as one of the worst films of this year. I saw it the same day as it, but we'll get that next week. I'll acknowledge it. But yeah, Mile End Kicks is number 20. Really good flick. Check it out. It's a real hidden gem from this year. And Barbie Ferreira is great. And so is Chandler Levac. She is quickly becoming one of my new favorite filmmakers. It's my number 20, Mile End Kicks. Number 19 rather. 28 years later, The Bone Temple. This is one of the best sequels ever made. Ray Fiennes is fantastic. This is the 666 number of the beast sequence, fantastic. Jack O'Connell, terrifying as this kind of cult leader who is sort of stuck in Arrested Development, if you will. Hey, that's the name of our show. Because of the rage virus, and it's sort of about, it takes the first film of this new trilogy. Of course, this is technically the fourth in the series, and it enriches it, it expands upon it, and it deepens it. And it's truly sadistic and horrifying at parts. It's also weirdly beautiful at others, and I love it. It's directed by Nia DaCosta. Number 19, 28 years later, The Bone Temple. Number 18 is a movie that played in festivals last year, but did not play in any theaters officially until January of this year, and it is again a hidden gem that nobody saw back in January. Dead Man's Wire is my number 18. This is directed by Gus Van Sant. It is based on a true story. A man by the name of Tony Caritas, I believe is his name, played here by Bill Skarsgård, holds the son of a sort of mortgage broker, their bank manager, hostage. He's played by Dacre Montgomery. And it's in 1977. He straps what they call a dead man's wire. Thank you, Patrick. Dead man's wire to him, which is basically this wire around his neck tied to a shotgun pointed at the back of his head, and basically to get his father to not only pay him back, but give him a public apology, and in turn become sort of a local hero to the people, to the downtrodden, and to those who are mad as hell and won't take it anymore. This is a fantastic movie. The soundtrack's great. Bill Skarsgård delivers one of the best performances of the year that'll sadly probably be all but forgotten. Coleman Domingo, who is always great and is also higher on this list in another film, really terrific as sort of the radio DJ who sort of becomes the sort of voice of reason, the guy trying to sort of talk Skarsgård off the ledge here. Really, really good. Dead Man's Wire. It's on Netflix. It was also, like, again, in theaters. And it did so poorly that it was the first of a new studio. It was called Roquet Entertainment. I'm pretty sure that they basically gone bankrupt because of how much they invested in that movie and how little business it did, which is too bad. Because it's really good. Dead Man's Wire, number 18, one of the best films by Gus Van Sant. Really good. Number 17, he already mentioned it. Hunter already mentioned it. This movie's made by basically a child, and apparently we're not supposed to like it because it's made by a child. I don't care. I've seen it twice. I loved it. Number 17 is Backrooms. This is a really creepy movie. It's basically, and creepy in a way that is like actually kind of artistically minded and thoughtful. It's a trip. It's one of those movies that I think takes at least 2 watches to start to kind of understand it. It's a very, very ethereal movie. It is a very, very weird movie. There's a lot of like David Lynch in here. And Chiwetel Ejiofor, number 1, says Quinn. Fantastic. But Chiwetel Ejiofor and Renate Reinsve, both great. Really, really good. And also in a small part, but a very memorable part that is too much of a spoiler to get into now, Mark Duplass, also quite good here. I love the aesthetic. I love the sort of VHS found footage element in some of the scenes. Also, it's based on his web series, which is also fantastic. If you haven't checked that out, it's a really good series. And this is a natural extension of that. It is a standalone, so that you don't really need to watch the show to understand it. But if you're a fan, there will also be little touches and Easter eggs that you'll appreciate. This is a really great movie. If this is the future of filmmaking, between this and another film on my list, we are going to be fine. These young folks, they're good. Folks that are even younger than me, they're killing it. Number 17, Backrooms. Don't be afraid of the young. They have stories to tell too. Number 17, Backrooms. Number 16. I'm gonna sing a little ditty. How to do a best of list, man. I can't say without you. It's Power Ballad. That's my number 16. Because every list I write is about you, John Carney. John Carney's my kryptonite, rather. I love his films. They're always about music, preferably music made in Ireland, but he's good at it, and Power Ballad is really terrific. Paul Rudd is in it, playing a little bit out of his usual type here. He's very good. Nick Jonas, also good, sort of poking fun at his own persona. But I think what I love about this film is sort of carries over from Carney's last film, which was Flora and Son, which I also loved. It made my list that year, which is this idea of I have to imagine John Carney is a father or has recently in recent years become a father, because I feel like there's a theme in his last two films about how music connects children and their parents. And that kind of carries over here. It started kind of in Flora and Son and sort of helps them understand one another and how they're feeling about one another. And I really just loved this film. I thought it was funny. I thought it really had a lot of heart to it. I was genuinely moved by the film's conclusion. And the very last scene, I genuinely thought really packed a punch. It's one of those movies you really have to kind of go with. If you don't if you don't like movies that are feel good movies, you're probably not gonna like this one. But this was the feel good movie this summer. I really loved it. It's number 16, John Carney's Power Ballad. Number 15 is a movie that nobody on here probably has seen. It was in theaters, my theater, for like 5 minutes. Luckily, 2 minutes into that 5 minutes, I caught it. But it's a real hidden gem from early in the year. Ricky, this is my number 15. This is directed by a young filmmaker. It's his first feature. Rashad Frett is the filmmaker's name. I can't wait to see what this young man does next. This is a really powerful movie. Stephan James plays a fellow by the name of Ricky, and he held up a convenience store with his buddy when he was 15 years old, and they were tried as adults, thrown in jail. He's now 30. He's getting out of prison, and he never got a chance to grow up on the outside, and we sort of see him coming back into the world and trying to basically be an adult for the first time in his life, and also dealing with various people in his world and the people he meets now in the world that are either going to help him keep on the path or may threaten to put him back behind bars again. And this is just a really powerful, well observed, almost documentary like film in the way that it deals with these people and what they go through. This people like Ricky who spent half their life, you know, not outside the world. Everything feels kind of alien to them. Everything about being an adult. They don't know how to drive, they don't know how to do things that most adults know how to do, and it's a fascinating study. And it's really moving. I also quite liked Cheryl Lee Ralph. She was really good. Definitely better than she was in The Fabulous Four. If you've seen Abbott Elementary, you'll know her best as Barbara on Abbott Elementary. She's terrific as his parole officer, who sort of means well, but is tough and is really trying to get it through his head. Like, look, you gotta do the shit you gotta do. You gotta like, be good and keep the nose clean. And it's just a really powerful movie. I really was really blown away by it. I was the only one in the theater. Similar to Mile End Kicks. I was the only one in the theater. Nobody saw this. It also premiered, I think, back in 2025 at the Sundance Film Festival, and it was self-distributed. Like, nobody chose to distribute this movie for some reason. They had to just basically distribute it themselves in a few hundred theaters. I highly recommend Ricky. Look for it. It's a really good film. It's a real buried gem from this year. It's my number 15. Number 14 is one of the wildest and most inventive comedies I've ever seen. I Love Boosters is my number 14. This is another movie that kind of came and went from theaters. It's directed by Boots Riley, the great, amazing hip hop singer behind The Coup, which is one of the greatest hip hop groups ever. He also is the man who gave us the terrific Sorry to Bother You from 2018. And the also apparently terrific, I have not watched it, it's on my list, series I'm a Virgo, which is on Amazon Prime Video, which I need to check out. This is just a wild movie. It essentially starts out as a normal but sort of aesthetically colorful and big movie about these women who boost clothes. Essentially, they're on the street. They boost clothes from this high fashion brand that's run by Demi Moore. The boosters are led by Kiki Palmer, who's great as always, as is Demi Moore, and they sort of go to war with one another. And then other stuff happens. Other stuff of almost science fictiony nature. I'll leave it at that. This is one of those movies that I was very vague about in my review, and I'm still being vague about because I want people to see it and I want people to have those surprises. But let's just say the movie is nothing at all like you think it's going to be at the beginning, and it's really fun and it's really funny and it's really inventive. I highly recommend I Love Boosters. It's my number 14 by Boots Riley. Number 13, we mentioned earlier in a previous version of this stream, that Daniel Roher would be mentioned again. He was on honorable mention for the AI doc. He's back again on the list with number 13, his narrative debut after several really good documentaries. Tuner. Tuner is another film that kind of came and went from earlier this summer. This is also a Sundance movie and a Toronto movie. This is a really, really good. Check it out, Quinn. Check it out. Seek it out. It's really good. A lot of people missed that one. It's a really good flick. Real underrated. But yeah, Tuner is a really great movie that feels like something from the 70s. It has a real interesting grown up drama feel. It's a movie about a piano tuner who has a rare condition. I believe it's called hyperacusis, I believe, where basically he has an allergic reaction to sound, to high volume sound, and he keeps in these little earbuds and also sometimes headphones on at all times, and he's sort of the apprentice of this uncle figure, played brilliantly in a small role by Dustin Hoffman, who sort of runs this thing and runs this business with him, and he needs money to help Dustin Hoffman, and he takes it upon himself to, while he's at a home tuning the piano, he inadvertently, for a wealthy client, he inadvertently witnesses um, a safe robbery happening, and in order to get them to keep the noise down, he cracks the safe using his skills that he's acquired from hyperacusis. And then, to make a little extra money, he joins the criminal underworld and begins cracking safes for these low life types, and also falls in love with a young piano prodigy. And yeah, it's just a really fascinating film. Leo Woodall plays the tuner, and he's quite good in the film. Dustin Hoffman's great. Havana Rosalou, who's also in Power Ballad, really terrific here as his love interest. Tova Felcha, really, really good, and always nice to see her as Dustin Hoffman's wife, who also kind of has taken care of Leo Woodall's character. They're sort of like a makeshift family to him. This is a really good movie. It's really intense at parts, but it's a little too breezy to be really a thriller. It's more of a character study of this guy who sort of finds himself in this weird loop. He finds himself kind of trapped in this thing. He has very, very big talent, but he just doesn't know. Also, Jean Reno, very briefly, also quite good. Really good flick. So check out Tuner. It's my number 13. It's another one that kind of came and went. But yeah, check it out. It's directed by Daniel Roher. Number 12 is one of the best action movies of the decade. You know, sometimes they'll say an action movie kicks your ass. You know what's funny? They mention tuna fish. They call him a tuner fish at one point. So yes, that's right. No, not tuna, tuner. Tuner, just to clarify. Like piano tuner. But yeah, number 12. You know, they say action movies kick your ass. This movie kicked my ass, and then kicked my balls, and then kicked my face, knocked my teeth out, and then kept kicking until I was spitting up blood and organs. Number 12 is The Furious. We are. The Furious is my number 12. God damn. This is the purest example of taking a simple narrative. Human traffickers have stolen the wife of one guy and the daughter of another. We gotta go fuck up those human traffickers. And it does it, and then what leads to is one of the most glorious series of melees and fights I have ever seen in a movie. And I've seen a lot. This is a true modern kung fu classic. This is like up there with like some of the great. This is up there with things like Kill from a couple years ago or the Raid films. And it finds a way to almost entirely be driven by action and yet have characters that, though not exactly super complex, are emotionally engaging and you do care about them. And I saw this movie twice. It's just glorious. It's exciting. It's one of arguably one of the most violent action movies, at least I've seen in a really long time. It's brutal. It's exciting, and it just go for 2 hours of just pure mayhem. It's exhausting in the best way. It lives up to its title and then some. Number 12, The Furious. It is directed by. It is a Hong Kong, um, I believe Thai co-production, directed along with the United States, and yeah, the five-way fight. Hell yeah, five-way fight. Yeah, that's every Furious was beast. I agree, Patrick. And see, I'm a sucker for a good kung fu flick, and this is a great kung fu movie. But yeah, it's also directed by a Japanese filmmaker. That Japanese filmmaker's name is Kenji Tanigaki. I hope I didn't butcher your name. Fantastic work, sir. I can't wait to see the rest of your stuff because The Furious kicked so much fucking ass. I love this movie. This is the kind of movie. This is what I'm gonna steal a line from my dad. Like, this movie is so good. If they made a T-shirt, I would wear that T-shirt. That's how good this movie is. Number 12, yeah, The Furious. Number 11 is a sequel that should not work, and yet it does. We talked about it earlier. Number 11 is Toy Story 5. I don't know how they keep doing this. I genuinely am amazed. But I loved this. This was so sweet. It was so funny. Speaking of Joe, I was in the theater with Joe and our buddy Evan in the theater for this one, and I not only cried, but I said something. And there's a moment in this movie where they resolve a plot thread from an earlier Toy Story film. That's all I'm going to say because I don't want to spoil it. And my buddy Evan looked at me, and I was just shaking my head and just crying, and he just looked at me like quietly, but I was just like, like that. And he just looked at me, and I said, 27 years, man. I've waited 27 years for this. And it's so lovely, and it's exactly what you want a Toy Story movie to be. It's funny and it's heartwarming. It's thoughtful in its themes about tech and toys and how imagination over social media, but also how tech toys, much like toys, serve a purpose too and can coexist, and how it never becomes a tisk tisk tisk, technology, get off your phones, kid, kind of eat your vegetables movie. It's a real movie that actually tries to acknowledge that, like, tech also serves a purpose and it can also, do a lot, but also imaginative play still has value too. And yeah, I love this movie. And Toy Story 5, it's great. I can't believe it made my list, but it did. It's my number 11. Directed by Andrew Stanton, the director of Finding Nemo. It's fantastic. Number 11, Toy Story 5. Number 10 is a movie that a lot of people have been sleeping on, and I'm so bummed about it because it's so good. And I saw it again. It was in my local theater for about 5 minutes. It played one time a day the whole week it was here. It's also by a director whose previous two films have also been great and been slept on. They were also made this decade. That director's name is Adam Carter Reimer, and my number 10 is Carolina Caroline. See this movie, y'all. This movie's so good. This is the best Samara Weaving performance she's ever given. This actress is her best performance. Um, it's yeah, people like it's made from familiar elements. There's a lot of Bonnie and Clyde here. There's a lot of Badlands here. What makes it work is the sense of place, the sense of its characters. Adam Carter Reimer really understands these people. He makes us understand them. It's Samara Weaving and Kyle Gallner are the couple on the run. And what I think is brilliant about this movie, and there's another film on this list that does this too, it's even higher, is the filmmaking kind of reacts to is paced to the mood and the beats of the characters, where they start off it starts off kind of normal, regular movie flow of they're in their normal doldrums, and then they start living a life of crime, and the energy goes up, and then it they see it gets sexier and it amps up. Then it gets violent, and then there's real tension, and then it goes back down again when it gets to the tragic point. And you're just watching this movie, and it's a movie about lovers on the run who rob banks, but it's so much more than that because the characters really have depth, and especially Samara Weaving's character, who's the titular Caroline, if you will. She's trapped in a cycle that she really can't get out of. It's a tragic character, and it starts out with she wants to just get out of her small town. That's all it is. It's like I have wanderlust and I don't know how to deal with it, and it becomes this Ouroboros of crime and tragedy. And it's just an amazing performance. There's also great supporting work here. John Grease, aka Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite, is great as her father. He's really good in a small role. Also, in one scene, she's in one scene, and it is one of the single best scene of acting she's given since The Edge of 17. Keira Sedgwick is amazing in this. She's in one scene as the sort of estranged mother of the title character, and she's You talk about just making you hate a person with just 5 minutes of screen time. Just be like, you are just the worst human being. I love this movie. It is a true gem, and I really want people to find this one. Don't sleep on this one. Number 10, the name of the film is the filmmakers is Adam Carter Reimer. And his film is my number 10, Carolina Caroline. Check it out. It's really good. Seriously, check it out. Number 9. Mentioned before, it is not a movie that has been hidden. It is one of the most successful films of the year, and that is Project Hail Mary, is my number 9. This is a really great film, and I also want to point this out because I don't think I mentioned this in my review. This PG-13 rating be fucking damned. This is one of the best. This is the best family film of the year. Take the kids to this one. This is a really, really good movie. It's a great movie, and what I love about it is it structurally is interesting. I love the fact that we kind of keep flashing back and flashing forward, but the flashback, the nonlinear structure actually serves the emotional meat of this movie. We get to know characters who we get to know pretty early on the fate of certain characters, and then we backtrack and get to know those characters. And the way that those elements feed each other and the way that it sort of all builds to something is really interesting. There's humor here, there's smarts here, there's heart here. Rocky is a scene stealer. I'm really glad that James Ortiz, the voice artist and puppeteer for this, is actually going to qualify for Oscar consideration for supporting actor because he deserves it. And Ryan Gosling, of course, is great. Sandra Hüller, always great. She's great here too. Um, the I never thought I'd cry listening to someone sing a Harry Styles song, but there we go. Sign of the times. That scene was beautiful. I loved Project Hail Mary. I also should point out it is my brother's favorite movie of the year, and he has seen it 8 times. I've seen it twice. He's seen it 8 times. But yeah, Project Hail Mary, my number 9. Directed by, I also mentioned this, directed by in their first film in 12 years, and they're always good, and they really should do this consistently more often. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, the men who gave us Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the Lego films, and the 21 Jump Street movies. Cloudy with Chance Meatballs, Clone High, just also produced The Sheep Detectives. These guys are just give them everything. Let them make a movie. So yeah, number 9, Project Hail Mary. Number 8, Hunter mentioned this as well. The Invite. Olivia Wilde started her career with the terrific Booksmart. She also did the, I think, overhated, not perfect movie, flawed movie, but I liked it fine. Don't Worry, Darling. She has arguably returned to form here. This is a remake of a 2020 film called The People Upstairs. And this is just a terrific film. I got to see this movie on 35 millimeter a couple of weeks ago, and it's a hilarious movie. It's a grown-up comedy made for adults by adults. It has the feel of early Woody Allen crossed with like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf. The whole cast, which is basically all 4 of these actors and kind of nobody else, with the exception of one sequence in which one of the characters is a teacher, has their band, like a music teacher. They have no lines. It's these 4 actors, pretty much the rest of the movie. It's Seth Rogen, Olivia Wilde, Edward Norton, and Penelope Cruz, and they're all phenomenal, especially Seth Rogen. I think this is his best performance, at least on the big screen. The studio might be close on the small screen, but this is the best performance he's given in a movie. And just it's a really great film about resentment and sexual politics, and it's one of those things where it is a dialogue driven movie. It's based also, the original film is based on a play. So it has that feel, again, like Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, of people in a house talking to each other, but where it goes is not what you think it's going to go. And it goes in a way that is actually smart and actually sexually dangerous in the way that it deals with things that I don't want to spoil, because I think that that happen around the midpoint of this movie. These sort of, that explores, these characters sort of explore new sexual horizons, and it's an interesting idea. And I just thought it was funny, and I thought that it really had things to say about monogamy and the limits of love and sort of the resentment that can come from knowing somebody and sort of familiarity breeding contempt with that person. So many little details, like certain lines like, "Have you seen this souffle? Have you seen the motherfucking souffle been working all day?" Like, stuff like that. The "You shut the fuck up, Hawk," that's a great shirt. You should tell me more often, it's like I just did, It's really funny and it's really well observed and beautifully shot. And it's also, I should point out, Olivia Wilde directed it, but I also want to shout out the screenplay. It's one of the best screenplays of the year. It's written by the team of Will McCormack and Rashida Jones. Yes, that Rashida Jones of Parks and Rec fame. It's an amazing screenplay. It's one of the best of the year. My number 8, The Invite. Again, directed by Olivia Wilde. Number 7 is a deeply misunderstood movie by a lot of people, Disclosure Day. This is Steven Spielberg's latest film, and his latest exploration into the sci-fi genre. He's done this a bunch, and Aliens in particular, sci-fi in general, but Aliens in particular. And it's not at all like any of his other ones. It's a conspiracy thriller, and it's also a character study. And what I love about this movie is the movie was mismarketed to be more of an action movie. This is not an action movie. This is a almost like Magnolia with aliens. I kind of look at it like that. It's kind of a bunch of characters that sort of converge around this idea, or like Crash, or something of that nature, where it's the idea of the disclosure of alien life to the general public, and it's about how these characters sort of come together by destiny. And there really isn't a lot of actual aliens in it. It's more about what would happen if somebody knew about life on other planets and wanted to tell the world, and how the world would react to it, and how it deals with faith. It's one of the best movies about faith that also isn't a faith-based movie, so it doesn't have all like the stupid shit that it's not sermonizing. It's just very thoughtful in its deeds of faith, especially regarding the Eve Hewson character. And what I loved about this movie is the last line of the film is one word: listen. People took that as an anticlimax. I take it as an invitation. I think Steven Spielberg is really trying to tell us, well, just look up. Up from the phones and up from the doom scrolling, just look at that night sky with wonder again. And he makes this radical thing that in the wrong hands could have been really sappy, but it works because it's Spielberg, and Spielberg is really good at it. Empathy can save the world. Empathy is a superpower. And when we live in a time when people like Elon Musk are saying that empathy is a sign of weakness, it's really refreshing to see. And empathy seems to not be the goal of the current administration. It's refreshing to see a movie made by such an amazing artist say, like, look, the only way the world is going to change and be better is if we learn to love one another and learn to see one another. And I love that. I just loved this movie. I thought it was really, really thoughtful. It's my number 7, Steven Spielberg's Disclosure Day. Give it a chance. It's really good. Number 6 is another movie that nobody saw. Every year on Pride Month, there's one film that stands out. They put out a lot of LGBTQ films during Pride Month, even though Pride is all year, because if you're a decent person, you'll feel pride for your fellow LGBTQ people on a daily basis. But everybody was raving about Leviticus. I really, really, really dug Leviticus. But the same day I saw Leviticus, I saw another film that nobody is talking about, that I think is better in its tackling of queer cinematic storytelling. And that's Girls Like Girls. This is my number 6. This is directed by Haley Kiyoko. The actress, you may best know her for Lemonade Mouth. She was in that film. Anybody saw that? Deep Cut, a Disney movie, Lemonade Mouth from back in the day. She directs this film and co-writes it with another Disney alum, Stephanie Scott. She was in Insidious Chapter 3. And she also was in the short film this is based on, which itself is based on a song by Haley Kiyoko, who's a singer. And then after the short film, there was also a novel. And this is based on all of the 3 that are above. And it's a really moving story. It's basically, the idea of it is, first love and young love is an emotional roller coaster regardless of who you love. And what I loved about this film is that it's about a girl who comes to this new town and she befriends this other girl and realizes that she likes her more than a friend. But it deals with like mixed signals and this idea of like, is the girl playing along, or does she really love her too? And it's very tender and very thoughtful in the way that it deals with this, and deals with it in a way that is honest and really moving, and doesn't necessarily pull its punches. It really gets at something true about human nature, the idea that being young and first loves, like, you barely understand yourself and your own emotional state. How are you going to understand another person? And how are you going to understand the feelings you have for that other person? It's such a complicated emotional minefield. but adding that, and that's a familiar theme in a lot of coming of age films, but I think adding the fact that it's a same sex relationship, it's a queer relationship, I think it adds a certain level to this movie that it wouldn't have had otherwise, and I think it really elevates the material. But I think what also makes it work is Kyoko and Scott's screenplay and how they understand human nature, and they understand the specifics of this time period. It's set in 2006. They're around my age, and that's kind of around the time that I, as a young person, was feeling for first feelings for girls. And I think that it understands these feelings that we go through when we're young, and this idea of like, who we are and how we see ourselves and how we grow from these early experiences. And I loved this movie. I just thought it was lovely. And also, speaking of things, everybody knows me. I hate the MPAA. I think the MPAA is corrupt and evil. This movie is rated R for no fucking reason. This is also a perfect movie to take if you have a daughter or a younger sister or anything, or brother who is feeling the feelings that these characters are feeling. They would benefit greatly from seeing this movie. It is a lovely movie. It does not deserve this R rating. This is another case, a little bit like um, other films of this nature, where it's like it's rated R for gay. It's because the people involved don't want to give a less restrictive rating to a movie about a queer relationship, and I find that to be awful. But yeah, Girls Like Girls, number 6. It's a terrific movie, and it's a gem, and you should seek it out. It didn't get nearly enough love. Directed again by Haley Kiyoko, written by Haley Kiyoko and Stephanie Scott. It's a terrific movie. Number 5 is another movie that not enough people saw. There's a lot of them on this list. In fact, this one didn't even get a theatrical release. It was on technically a television movie. But it was the best television network of all time, that being HBO, and that's number 5, Miss You, Love You. This is directed by Jim Rash, the comedian Jim Rash. You might know him best as the Dean from Community, among others. He has directed before with his filmmaking partner Nat Faxon. They did things like The Descendants. They wrote it. They did The Way Back, which I really liked. This is his solo directing debut, and it is a two-hander. It's essentially Allison Janney. Her husband dies, and it is her second husband who passes away. Her son has a difficult relationship with both her and the deceased. So, in his place for the man's funeral, he sends his assistant, who secretly has feelings for him. That assistant is played by Andrew Rannells. And over this weekend, Allison Janney and Andrew Rannells' character, they get to know each other, and they're basically perfect strangers. But over the course of this funeral procession, they talk a lot, and they converse, and they deal with each other's grief. And it is... I saw this movie pretty much within days of a pretty big tragedy happening to me. I lost someone very close to my heart earlier this summer, and I saw this movie around the same time. I am a firm believer that movies come sometimes when you need them to feel certain feelings that you feel about something. And this movie fit that bill. I I wept through about half of this movie. It is a perfect example of the theory that sometimes all you need is two great actors and great material, and you really don't need a narrative per se. You could just put them in a room and have them talk to one another, and it can really sing. And that's kind of what Jim Rash does. He's smart in just sort of stepping out of the way and letting Allison Janney and Andrew Rannells just play off of each other. And they're both terrific. That's not to say that the only ones in the film. There are a few other supporting roles in the community. Oscar Nunez from The Office also shows up very briefly. Also, Bonnie Hunt, nice seeing her again. She appears very briefly as sort of a holier than thou, sort of church lady neighbor of Allison Janney, who sort of is subtly passive aggressive toward her. She's quite good. Great use of one of my favorite Barry White songs in a key moment. I just love this movie. I thought it was a really, really touching film about grief and sort of regret, and like the that moment where you don't have the person you want to say really power emotional things to, but you meet a person who could maybe listen and be that person for you, and also return the favor with their own things that they want to get off their chest. It's just really powerful. I just really liked it a lot, and it's called Miss You Love You. Once again, it's directed by Jim Rash. It's on HBO Max. Please check it out. It's a really terrific movie. You'll be glad you did. It's a hidden gem. It's my number five. Number four is another movie not enough people saw. You noticing a pattern here? Number four is one of the most unique, bold, and original films I've seen all year. We hinted at it earlier, and I'll give you a hint. You ain't shit, devil! Oh, God! Oh, the motherfuckers got me! Is God Is. I have not seen a debut this promising since Jordan Peele's Get Out. This is directed by a filmmaker named Alicia Harris. This is her first feature. This is based on her play of the same name. And oh, God, this movie, a black comedy, a Southern fried black comedy, Western horror, revenge, melodrama, thriller. And it finds a way to mix all of that together in a way that actually works. It's thoughtful, it's funny, it's ferocious, it's moving, it's violent, it's scary, it is electrifying. It's one of those movies that just if you love movies and movie making, it's you just want to it's like you want to get up on the highest peak of wherever you are and just shout from the rooftops like a town crier, like hear ye, see as God is. The performances are terrific. I want to shout out the two young actresses who led this because they were amazing, so I'm going to find them. But while we're doing that, I'll mention some of the supporting players. Miketiel Williamson, really good in a brief role as a lawyer. We also got Janelle Monáe, again, very briefly. Um, um, Vivica A. Fox in her best performance since Cool Cat Saves the Kids. No, I'm just kidding. In her best performance since Kill Bill. As the titular god, the mother of the two leads. She's fantastic in a very brief but very, very memorable role. The two leads, by the way, are Cara Young as Racine and Mallory Johnson as Anaya. They are both fantastic. Like, absolutely fantastic. Also, Cara Young was also briefly in I Love Boosters. She's great. But then we also got Sterling K. Brown, St. Louis, Viva St. Louis, as the villain of the store of the piece. So basically, and Eric Alexander also quite good as the church kind of culty church leader who once was a lover of Sterling K. Brown. Essentially, what this movie is it's a Southern fried revenge fable. Basically, the premise of it is these two sisters, both of whom have been who were scarred as children. One of whom with pretty much all over her body, the other one only somewhat. Um, they are these twin sisters who, in the incident that burned them up, they believed their mother to be dead. Turned out she survived, but she is now on her deathbed. They refer to her as God because, as they put it, oh, she made us, didn't she? So she is God to us. She's played by Vivica A. Fox, and she gives her one simple request: "I'm dying. Make your daddy dead. Kill your father who caused this, who burnt us up." Played by Sterling K. Brown, and give me a piece of him to show me that the deed is done. And that's what they do. They go on a road trip to find this father that is referred to as the man and take him down. And along the way, meet various characters from the man's past and present who complicate their mission. This is truly great filmmaking and great storytelling. It's exciting watching a film that is this in love with the art of filmmaking, that is this in love with film, and this in love with what film can accomplish and how it can tell a story, and the unique ways you can tell a story with it. Again, like Carolina Caroline, this is a movie that it's as pissed off, the filmmaking is as pissed off as its characters is, and it's a revenge story that never once tries to moralize these characters. It says they're getting fucking revenge. It's justified, and it never judges them for it. It's actually kind of provocative in the way that it lets their revenge be their revenge. It doesn't punish them for it. It doesn't put them through the ringer for it. It says, look, they are justified. This guy is a fucking monster. Bitch is gonna die. And they're gonna kill him. And it's really, really awesome. It's one of those movies, in the true sense of the word, you're in awe of it. It's amazing. You sit in the theater and you're just like, how did they pull this off? And nobody saw it. And it breaks my heart. Like, this is truly deserves to be a cult classic. This is a amazing movie. It's called Is God Is. It's directed by Alicia Harris. Please, oh my God, check this movie out. Oh my God, literally, no pun intended. Check out Is God Is. It's my number 4. Now we're getting to the nitty gritty. Number 3, I was mentioned before. Again, another movie not enough people saw. I Swear. Spunk for Milk. This is one of the most one of the best feel good movies in recent years. And what I mean by that is this is a tearjerker and a feel good inspirational disability drama that never once falls into the saccharineness that often comes with those categories. This is a movie that is a real movie about a real guy that is inspiring without ever once feeling like it is grabbing you by the collar and saying, "Be inspired, cry, damn it." It's as irreverent as its lead character, that being the real life person who is named John. His name is John. I'll just make sure I got the name correct. John Davidson. Now, for those who had brilliantly played here in a awards-worthy performance, a BAFTA-winning performance by Robert Aramayo, who is fantastic in this role. It's unfortunate because this movie probably it was going to be a bigger movie. I saw it a month before it was originally opened here as a AMC mystery film. That's kind of the way a lot of people who saw it because it got a very small release in this country, and unfortunately, by Sony Classics. And I think the reason is, as it was about to be, pimped out for release, unfortunately, there was a pretty big controversy at the BAFTAs in which John Davidson, who this is what the film is about, he has Tourette's. He said a very unfortunate word in front of the cast of Sinners involuntarily. It was caught on a hot mic. He didn't mean to. It was part of his condition, but unfortunately, and it really wasn't his fault. It was the organizer's fault. Unfortunately, it put a pale over this movie, which is too bad because it's a terrific movie. It's directed by Kirk Jones, who also did the really underrated comedy Waking Ned Divine from about 20 plus years ago. And it's one of those. It's a British film, but it's so a Scottish film. It's from the UK, and it's just such a lovely movie. It's funny and it's moving. The character's really interesting. It's about this guy overcoming Tourette's, but it's so much more than that. It's about this guy kind of learning to live with what he is. He's not trying to. Nobody's trying to cure him. Nobody's trying to do this, that, or the other. It's about him trying to get the underworld to understand that, like, he swears. He doesn't mean to. He says shocking things. He doesn't mean to. He ticks and he waves his arms and he doesn't mean to. And it's a powerful movie. It's very funny and it's very moving. And Robert Aramayo it's one of the best male performances of the year. And I don't think it qualifies for the Oscars because it technically in the UK came out last year. It came out in the spring this year in the States. It should be on Netflix soon. It's a Sony Classics movie. Please, please check out I Swear. It is such a great movie. And yeah, it's one of the best films of the year. It's my number 3. I Swear. Number 2. Number 2, as mentioned before, I chastise Hunter for this. It was my number 1 for the longest time, but is by a relatively recent movie. It has been knocked down to my number 2. This movie should not exist. It is a comedy that is an experiment that I cannot believe they pulled off, but they did. Nirvana, the band, the show, the movie is my number 2. Wow. It's directed by Matt Johnson, who also stars, and it is scored and co-written along with Johnson by Jay McCarroll, who also co-stars. This is comedy mockumentary filmmaking of a high order. I don't want to tell you why, because I really do want you all to be surprised. This is ostensibly an adaptation of the web and show and television show of the same name, but you do not have to see a frame of Matt Johnson's series to like it. I've seen the show, I like it, but you don't have to have. This is a standalone adventure. It's about these. It finds a way to be both ridiculous and stupid and smart stupid humor mixed with genuine brilliant filmmaking craft. Essentially, this becomes a science fiction movie about a quarter of the way through. I'll say this. I'll just say what it is. It essentially becomes a low. You know that movie Be Kind Rewind, those sweeted things? It basically becomes a Canadian variation of that if they tried to do Back to the Future. And I love this movie. I think this movie is brilliant. I think it's hilarious. The opening scene involving, which again, a lot of this stuff, it is one of those, it's the Borat thing of like, some of this is staged and some of this is not. These actors are not actors. These are normal Canadian citizens who are like, what the fuck is going on? And are just baffled. One of which is they dive into like this like mega dome in Canada. This I think it's like the City Tower or something, CN Tower, and it's just that is one of the single funniest gags I've seen in a movie in years. And then it just keeps upping the ante. It keeps finding new inventive ways to brilliantly give these idiots their moment. And it's funny and it's unexpected, and performances by these two leads are great. And then it also finds time to actually have some depth and heart in relation to this guy's friendship and sort of what they mean to each other and how their relationship has changed and grown over the years, sometimes for better and for worse, and they're both great. Um Great movie, I agree. Orbits! Yes. Also, I have had orbits before. I get that reference in this movie. Um, if you don't know what orbits is, they'll explain it to you, and that's one of the best jokes in the movie is the recurring. Do you remember this drink? Also, it has one of the best fourth breaking the fourth wall jokes ever. It involves the fair use, the potential fair use concerns of this movie, and that's all I'm gonna say. But it's very funny. I saw this movie actually last year at Sliff, but I saw it again as a mystery screening. Again, didn't get a lot of play in the States, but it's kind of growing a cult following on home media. Check out Nirvana the band, the show, the movie. It is a true gem from this year. It's hilarious. It's my number two. Directed again by Matt Johnson, who also did Blackberry, and it will later this summer be doing Tony, which I can't wait to check out. The Anthony Bourdain film, and also apparently he's going to do the Magic the Gathering movie for Hasbro. Hell yeah, perfect. He has the nerd credibility for it. So yeah, Nirvana the band, the show, the movie, my number two. Okay, y'all. For number one, we reached the top of the pile. The pile. I think I'm gonna need my visual aid. Pardon me. Do you dare me? No, 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 don't do that. I thought we were having a nice stream. Why does it matter? Number one is Obsession. In case you didn't know, number one is Curry Barker's Obsession. Oh my god, this movie. I've seen this movie 4 times. This is the little movie that could this year. Unlike a lot of the movies on my list. Oh hell no. Hmm. Excuse me, I'm going to imitate one of the best talk show moments in history. Hold on. I can't use two hands, so I'm just gonna. Okay. Is he still president? um God damn this movie. Curry Barker, you mad genius. How? For those who don't know, we reviewed it on this channel a couple years back, his debut feature, which is on YouTube for free. You can check it out. It's called Milk and Cereal, and I said this is the top. It costs $800, and I said this Curry Barker guy has something. I can't wait to see what he does next. What he did next was a masterpiece. Obsession is brilliant. This is one of the best horror films of the decade, if not the best. This is filmmaking of a high order. $750,000 this cost. This movie is funny, it's layered, it's heartbreaking, it's scary, genuinely scary. Like I was checking my closet and under my bed for monsters for the first time since I was a kid after seeing this movie. And that doesn't happen to me very often. I'm expecting Freaky Nicky to show up with a freaking bouquet of flowers. I love the performances, all of the performances, but I need to especially say this out. Indy Navarrete, you're a fucking movie star. I can't. If she doesn't get a nomination for this, we'll riot because she is genuinely that good. And she is such. It's the way she's able to take this character and not just make her just the scary female character. You see the inner turmoil in every expression she has. It's like this. It's this weird alchemy. The way she literally puts her whole physicality into this performance, her facial expressions, her body, everything into this performance. It is truly a feat. And the fact that there's like no CGI, like the stuff where like she's in the corner, that was makeup. Like apparently they actually put like makeup on her face. Like every time you hear about this stuff and what they were able to pull off, this movie has no stars in it. Well, now they are. Like everybody who's in this movie. I don't care what Alex Myers says. Bear is the biggest piece of shit character in movie history. Brilliantly played by Michael Johnston, I must say, in that you absolutely loathe this little turd. Great movie, I agree. You understand him, sure, and you're sympathetic, I guess, on a deep human level, I suppose. But at the same time, everything he is doing to this woman is unjustifiable. This isn't what I think is brilliant about Curry Barker's film is when it gets down to it, it uses a supernatural element to basically say that like how is what this person doing any different than just putting something in this woman's drink? He's basically raping this woman, and that's what it is. There's no consent being given here. This guy is genuinely committing a sex crime throughout this entire movie, and it's just, but at the same time, with the Alex Myers controversy and all that, I do understand who Bear is. It's not that Bear. People say, "Oh, Bear is a villain." Bear is a villain, but it is a bit more complicated than that. What I appreciate about his movie is all the characters are complex in subtle and big ways. Even like the Ian character. There's things I pick up every time I watch it of like, is his intentions truly noble in regards to how he's dealing with the Bear Nikki situation, or does he have an ulterior motive? Because of what we learn about the Ian character's relationship to Nikki. All this other stuff. And like Sarah's the only character I think truly is like without flaws. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think she's the only character that like you suppose her and Nikki. I think the female characters are really the ones you feel the most sympathy for. This is great. This is how good his performance is, though, Michael Johnson. And I want to give him credit too. X-Men 97 is a fantastic show, and if you haven't watched this current season, it's a fucking banger. But he plays young Nathan Summers. He does the voice. He's primarily known as like an animation voiceover artist. And he's the voice of Nathan Summers. It was a lot of publicity about it. He's the voice of Nathan Summers this season before he becomes Cable, like when he's younger. Every time he talks, I just think of "fuck you, Bear." Like I'll never forgive you for what you did to Nikki, because his voice is so distinctively his voice that you just hear it, you're just like, "Fuck you, Bear, you piece of shit." That's the first thing that popped in my head. Like, he's really good. But yeah, I love this movie. Obsession is worth getting obsessed over. I have not stopped thinking about this movie since I saw it, and every time I watch it, I get new little details, new little things that he puts in that I can't even spoil. One of which happens early in the movie. Let's just say it involves a line Nikki says early on, and the first line that the woman in the crystal shop says. There's your hint. So when you watch it again, look out for that and how they relate to one another. Those two lines, but I loved it. I just think it's brilliant. I think that it took so much. You could see the effort put into it, and I love backrooms too. I really do, and I think what this year is telling us so far, especially this summer with movies, is like as much as people older than myself want to be afraid of it. These this idea of like these young filmmakers who like why did they get to make these movies that are successful? Like you all have selective memory. Like I'm sorry, like nobody was saying this stuff when like the Hughes brothers made South Central or Menace to Society when they were 20. Like nobody was saying this when John Singleton made Boys in the Hood when he was 22. Nobody was saying this when Kevin Smith made Clerks when he was 23. These are all successful, great movies that are made by young people, and so are these two. Like, I don't get this idea of like they're young, therefore they can't be good at making movies. Sometimes people are just naturally good at this. Sometimes people are just naturally talented from a young age. Also, if you're a fan of Obsession or a fan of Curry Barker's work, I highly recommend checking out his YouTube sketch series. That's a Bad Idea. It's very, very funny. I've been watching a lot of it recently. The Get Out of Jail Free card skit in particular, I think, is absolutely brilliant, and I can't believe nobody that I've seen has thought of that. And the way they do it is really, really funny. And so yeah, that's get the complimentary ice cream out of the back of the car and apologize to the man. It's like, I'm sorry. He goes, it's okay. Somebody's gonna have to take the heat for this. Like, mother, yes, sir, I'll be right there. Amazing. But yeah, Obsession. It's the best movie so far this year. So says I. It's my number one. Again, directed and written by Curry Barker. I can't wait to see what he does next. He has 2 movies in the works right now: Anything But Ghosts, which I am really excited to check out, and a new Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Look, if anybody can make the only good movie in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre not called The Texas Chainsaw Massacre and not released in the 70s, it's him. I believe in him. So yeah, Obsession, my number one. And that is where we'll say goodbye tonight, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. But tune in next week. We're not quite done with the midterm because next week, we've done the yin. Now it's time for the yang, motherfuckers. We are going to do the worst films of 2026 so far. And there's been a lot of great films this year, but the bad ones have been real shit stoppers. So we will be talking about those this time next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. And for those who are watching this later, or for those who have watched it to now but have not put it on, yes, Patrick, until next time. Previously on X-Men. That's what I'll say on the next one. God, X-Men 97 is fucking awesome. But anyway, until next time, thank you all. And I want you in the comments tonight, if you're watching this, what were your favorite movies so far this year? Make a list. Make a top 30. Make a top 100. Make a top 10. Make a top 3. Whatever you want. Tell me. I want to know. What are your favorite movies so far from the first 6 months of 2026? Thank you so much. And yeah, comment below. Let me know, please. I would love to read them and talk about them with all of you. Thank you so much for sticking around and putting up with the bullshit earlier. Thank you for watching, and I love you guys so much. And anybody in the chat, everybody watching right now, who or after, thank you so much. You guys rule, and see you next week, and also see you this weekend because we got The Odyssey and Deskar, I believe it's called. It's an Indian film. We'll have reviews for both of those coming up. So yeah, I love you guys, and take care. Love you guys so much. See you soon. Bye.